What is going on, everybody? This is Snowman. Welcome to Free Game Friday. Today we're going to be looking at another game by Andres Liddell. You can see there I just had the opening there that is in the beginning of his games. This is a game that he contacted me again after we looked at Extreme Treadmill Survival, and this is also the same creator of Dash Boy, which is another game that I've done on Free Game Friday. But this is his newest venture called Psycho Slasher, and he wanted to contact me with this one and kind of say, "Hey, look at this game too. It's supposed to be randomly generated, like games like Spelunky or any of those that are randomly generated." And so we are Psycho Slasher, though. We are this guy going around killing people, but it's actually a very difficult game. Arrow keys to move here. X is jump, so you got to jump over spikes, and C to pick up weapons. So here you have a Z is the attack button, but we have our little machete there, or you could also pick up a chainsaw. And so let's have our chainsaw here. I'm holding down Z to attack right now. That's another thing you can pick up right here. It's these shoes, which now I believe if you jump on enemies with them, yeah, you can jump on their heads. So it's kind of cool. It's like spike shoes. But you're kind of just seeing a little bit what this game looks like here. It is randomly generated, but it's very difficult, and part of that comes with the fact that it is randomly generated. Sometimes it's going to be hard because there's going to be more enemies. The policemen are kind of the hard ones because they're the ones that are shooting at you here. So you want to take them out. These boots actually are a nice addition here. And you can see the level kind of starts... oh boy. The level kind of loads as you get to it. And here's a gun as well, so we could actually have a gun now. And oh, I can't shoot through the thing, unfortunately. There we go, but we just unload into them. Sorry, oh boy. So... this is just my one tiny critique about the game. I wish you could edit the controls. Like, I wish you had the option to go in and set up what controls you want it to be. Because as of right now, the X button is jump, and the Z button is attack. But in other games that I've played, I'm just going to use the one example here of I want to be the Boshi. Just in that one example, that game, it's the exact opposite, where Z is jump and X is attack. And so... It's more just a personal thing. It's all just me, but I'm having a hard time getting used to the controls. But that's just because that's what I'm used to in other games. But other ones like oops, let me see. My point being just that it's fine, you know, if this is the control scheme you set, but it'd be kind of cool to be able to customize it yourself a little bit. So it's a little more than just, you know, the one thing that you want it to be. And this probably exceeds my knowledge of free games and just the amount of effort it would take, but controller support would probably be even better if it was somehow possible to get controller support. But I imagine that takes a lot more effort and work than I would originally think. Yep, see, and it's hard. It is really hard, and he did tell me that ahead of time. He said you may want to practice and play a little bit before you actually show it off, because it is hard. And look at this. I mean, just looking at this. Part of that is really just the policemen, because they shoot randomly, so you can jump right into them, but sometimes you don't know if you're about to get shot by them or if you know, you can safely go. I'm gonna do the chainsaw. I like the chainsaw. See, I'm chancing standing in front of them at any time because they could shoot at any point. So that's a little tough, but I think that's part of the gameplay. It is tough that way. Oh, yeah, see, I am doing bad. There's also, like, no recovery time in between when you get hit, which would be nice, even if it was small, just a bit of recovery time. Otherwise, you could see it's really easy to die very quickly. And then it almost becomes based on how... ooh, there we go. It almost becomes based on how your level is laid out, you know? Did I get an easy level this time, or did I get a hard level? And so that's a little tough, because... the thing about randomly generated games, I really like this weapon. Oh, dang it, I was wanting to try and survive there. That's the scythe, and you can throw that out in front of you. It's a really good weapon. That's the thing about randomly generated games, is it'd be really easy to... I like the boots here, too. It's really easy to make the difficulty based around the randomness, and... oh, dang it. What really good games that get randomly generatedness right are the ones that... make each game, gosh, it is really hard, equally difficult. So I guess what I mean by that is you play a game like The Binding of Isaac, and even though it is totally random and different every single time, and sometimes you will fight, you know, harder bosses than other ones, you still feel like you start on the same playing field every time. And I guess you do to an extent here, but maybe it's the fact that the police officers are just ridiculously hard. Like, they're overpowered in my opinion. They're too hard. But here I got a good weapon, so maybe this will help us out. See, if I had an entire level full of civilians like that, where I don't see, like here, there's like no cops basically, no problem. You know, I can deal with these levels super easy. But see, it's just because that's how it's randomly based. So that's just a small critique, but that doesn't make it not fun. And in fact, I haven't been able to get to it, probably because commenting is making me lose a little bit of focus. But there is more levels than this. Just from what you're seeing here, there is much more to the game than just the street level. Eventually, you do reach the sewer, and so the sewer is like level 2, and the enemies are much harder, and there's more stuff to see there. So I'm gonna try and get down to the sewer, and if I can't, well, oh boy, it's because of these guys. It's just a very difficult game, and again, I'm critiquing, but maybe that's the idea. Maybe that's exactly what the developer was going for. Maybe that's what he wanted, was a game like this that's super hard, and that's kind of the point, is to have to fight your way through horrible onslaughts that are really difficult. And that's okay. That'd be okay if that's the case. It just would be a hard game, and I mean, games like Spelunky are hard as well. But what I really like about, say, Spelunky is, even though it is random, and even though sometimes there's like crazy cheap deaths. See, now we've made it to the sewer here, so we're in level 2. The thing about things like Spelunky and the randomness of it. Oh, can I not jump on him? That was weird. These guys shoot 3 shots, so they're pretty hard. I want a heart. Sometimes they drop hearts, and there we go. I'm just trying to live. I just want to live. Dang it. Yeah, I got hit by a sword there, even though I did jump on his head. So we did make it into the sewer there that time, but it's kind of just an arcade style. Oh, dang it. See, like that. That was 2 hits that probably shouldn't have been 2 hits. But that's, I guess, my bad, because I just am bad at this game. Okay. What was I lost my train of thought totally. The thing about Spelunky, it's hard. It's super hard, but enemies are predictable. Whoa, I've never seen this weapon. Awesome. I get like, oh, dang it, I jumped on a spike. Right when I get a good weapon, that's when I die. That's cool, though. It's good to see that there is actually a wide variety of things to get. So that's nice. I do like that a lot when there's wide varieties of weapons here. And, oh, see, like this. Just onslaught of cops. It's like, that's too much. It's too hard. Like, maybe limit it to a certain amount of cops or something. But, I mean, that is the random nature of it, actually. That's kind of what makes it, interesting and fresh every time, is sometimes it's like, whoa, do you see what I had to go through that time? Because it was so hard. Okay, again, I'm sorry, I totally lost train of thought. Spelunky has randomness, but enemies are predictable. And what I mean by that, oh no, I wanted the club. I can't go back and get it. What I mean by that is, sometimes like snakes or spiders or anything like that, it's like, oh, that's hard because I didn't see them coming. But once you know their, once you know their patterns, it's just a matter of getting around them and surviving, right? So in the same way, a good randomly generated, see, and there it dropped a heart, so that's nice. Now I'm back to full health. The key to a good randomly generated game is, it is random, but the enemy patterns are predictable. And I guess what I mean by that is, for example, these cops that shoot random amount of bullets at different intervals, while that does make it extremely difficult, it's hard. It's hard to know what to do, because just randomly sometime there we go. I want to shoot these guys. You get shot back a little bit when you use the gun. I wonder if it runs out of ammo. I actually don't know if it does. But here we're in the sewer. This is the farthest we've been. Maybe we'll be able to survive. It's kind of nice, actually. The gun's really good. I feel like I can keep my distance and kind of hold my own. See, I'm having to think to myself what button to press to jump, because it's hard to know the jump. Now, I'm sure the club here does a lot of damage, but I like being able to keep my distance with this gun. Plus, as soon as you pick up another weapon... Oh, dang it. Ugh, I thought that was going to kill him. As soon as you pick up another weapon, your previous weapon that you drop is gone for good, which, is good and bad. It's you're getting rid of the other one, but sometimes you want to keep that weapon. So anyway, I've said my critiques, but seriously, overall, it's still a very fun game, and it's really cool. I do like it a lot. I like the art style. I think that's more just I like the developer style. It's very similar. It reminds me a lot of Extreme Treadmill Survival. This is funny though. I didn't see this until right now. The two vans stacking on top of each other. I think that is part of the fun of developing a randomly generated game is when crazy things like that happen that you don't expect. I guess the other thing I could do is I don't have to kill every enemy. So say I just want to jump over certain ones so I wouldn't even have to fight them. That might not be a bad idea or a bad strategy. Okay, so the club does more damage, but it's a slower hit rate. Oh gosh. Like you can only swing it so many times per second. So that is what makes it difficult. Ugh, seeing. So it's actually not that good of a weapon because you gotta be slow. Anyway, but seriously, overall, visually, I like the music a lot. It's definitely got a horror movie feel to it, like you're like you're Freddy, or sorry, Jason going around murdering people, and I'm sure that's what he's going for. But you can see the strategy of just blowing in and swinging like crazy and just not being strategic about it. That doesn't work. Just like that normally doesn't work in those other randomly generated games as well. It takes strategy and it takes planning out what you're gonna do, and so I like that. I do like that, at least, the games that make it more than just a kill fest, which it is. It is nice, certain games that are like that. Sometimes it's good if they do. Jeez, if they do it well. To just have it be a slaughter fest and just fun to go around murdering like crazy. And I mean, there are games for that, and there are games that make that easy on purpose, and that's the gameplay. But I thought he dropped a grenade or something, but that's a person behind him. Ooh, I do want the scythe. The scythe is way better. I like the scythe because you can get some range on it. We'll use the scythe here. But yeah, what was I saying? So part of the game is strategy for sure. Oh, God. I pressed jump, but it didn't jump, so that sucks. Anyway, but yeah, this is Psycho Slasher, and it's definitely fun. It's pretty basic, but I think that's the point. Again, kind of like Extreme Treadmill Survival or lots of games that Andres makes here. They're very fun in their simplicity, and that's saying a lot. It's hard to make a simplistic game still enjoyable and fun for a long time. And I do believe, there's still things coming for it. I guess don't quote me on that, but he may be critiquing and adding and making changes as the game is coming into fruition here, and there will be different things along the way. But I do like the variety. I like the variety of weapons, and then the different levels. And here's the thing: is there may be a whole new worlds. Gosh, see, and it's my fault because I'm not used to the controls. Ugh, come on. Maybe there's a whole new world after the. Okay. Sorry, I'm just trying to get this one guy. Oh no! Maybe after the sewer there's another level, but I just can't get that far because I am so bad. So anyway, I like the boots though. I do like the boots, and you can jump way higher when you have the boots too. So that's some additional benefit as well. If instead of fighting enemies, you want to just jump over them, do that too. You can just jump right over them. So, anyway, I like the variety, I like the music, I like the feel, the game feel. Sometimes it is fun to just go around and just slaughtering people, and that's part of the fun of gameplay. And it's there's a time and place for games like that, and so it's an arcade setting like this is a good place for that, I think. And you can see there that's a perfect opportunity where if I had just ran in, I would have got owned, but instead taking my time and working through it. Okay, those guys are tough though. I guess you got to wait for them to stop slashing. So, just like I was saying, it's learning enemies and learning enemy patterns, and that's how you do better in games. I guess part of this game is learning the patterns of those enemies and learning to jump on enemies when they're not slashing or shooting. And so it's he was hiding a spike. That was not my fault. There you go. So then jump on them after they slash and things like that. So maybe I spoke too soon, and instead of comparing it to okay, good, I got a heart back. Comparing it to other games like that, maybe it does have its own little bit of character like that as well. So that's fine, and that's good. It's good when games do that. I'm going to see if I can't make it out of the sewer. I'm going to try. Might be easier said than done. I like that you can kind of combo. That's kind of cool with the boots. I like that you can bounce on more than one head in the same jump, and that's good. There's another heart for us. Oh! As I got hit by the rat guy. Can I make it out of the sewer? That is the question. I'm going to try. Yes, we did. We can make it out. Ooh, so we did make it to the 3rd level, and sure enough, we're in the subway now. This is a new area. Here's a rocket launching cop, so it's kind of neat to see different areas. And that's good to know, too, that there is more than just your standard few levels. But it really comes down to how well do you play. And so, you know, again, maybe I spoke too soon. It was more of a first impression rather than... it just takes skill, and you got to learn the game. Oh, I was so close. I guess. Whoa, ooh, do you get in the subway? Do you get on top of the subway? I don't know. You'll have to figure that out for yourself. Go pick up Psycho Slasher. I'll put it in the description. It's on Game Jolt. It's a free game, and so what do you have to lose? It's fun. Go play it. See how far you can get. You'll probably get further than me, but expect a lot of game overs because it's a very hard game. But I hope you enjoyed this episode of Free Game Friday, and go have fun with Psycho Slasher and support Andreas. He's made lots of cool games for people, and they're all free, and he's awesome. So anyway, I'll see you in the next episode of Free Game Friday. I'm Snowman. Until then, go enjoy slashing people up like a psycho. I'll see you guys later. Bye.